Okay, so this is a video that I felt that I needed to make because I'm so pissed off right now that I couldn't help but make a video about it. And you know, I'm going to tag Frontier. Hopefully a lot of people see this because this is absolutely ridiculous. So, let's start off with the history. We have Frontier. We used to have Fios, which is really good. They had great customer service, and now we don't because we're on Frontier. Congratulations, okay? Fios, you won Fios. Frontier finally got Fios. Yes, the set-top box is right here, which never worked properly. As you know, previously, I was out like a week and a half without internet or something like that, right? And it was because the little Ethernet port right here that I'm touching, okay, that works, no longer worked because I was out for like a week and I come back and there's like silicone gel in the Ethernet ports. I kid you not. This is not like Illuminati confirmed conspiracy theory tinfoil hat stuff. There's literally silicone gel in these Ethernet ports, okay? I have my PC hooked up to Ethernet, but the Ethernet now runs all the way through the apartment to the freaking router, whereas normally I'd be able to hook it up right here. And they told me, no, well, how were you hooking it up before? And I said, well, Ethernet. Directly into the box, and then the router was hooked up with the little Mocha coax cable, and it seemed to work just fine. The guy was like, well, that shouldn't have worked. And I'm like, that's weird, because when we had Fios, it was working like that the entire time until we switched to Frontier, and then mysteriously, tinfoil hat Illuminati confirmed, I come back, and there's silicone gel caked up in the Ethernet ports, and then, oh, well, Ethernet's disabled. It's not disabled. I'm right here. Hello? I'm right here. It's not disabled. The green light right here says Ethernet is enabled, okay? I'm touching my set-top box. It's got a green light that says Ethernet go, and there's silicone gel. Mysteriously, after I mentioned that, I'm walking around the apartment, blah, 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 like a Roomba. You know how you wander when you're talking on the phone? And all of a sudden, Ethernet is red. Now the light's completely off because of the whole new setup that I had to do, and this is like months ago. But then the Ethernet port is red. What was that all about, Frontier? Did you disable the Ethernet port from your little remote keyboard station somewhere, I'm guessing in India? Because there's... Anyway, we're not going to touch that. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the bill. My wife texted me today with a screenshot of our bill with question marks and all sorts of angry emojis and fire and the scary face emojis. $241.25. Now our bill is usually supposed to be like $80-something, okay? And the reason it's $241.25 is because they have us billed for set-top box activation twice. That's on the monthly charge, set-top box activation. Like, they came here and activated it. It's right here on the bill. And then they have it, other services charges, partial months of credit, blah, 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 set-top box activation. There it is again. So what we did was... at some point, we wanted to change our internet because it would be cheaper or something like that because our bill was getting higher. And my wife was like, why is our bill getting higher? This is weird. We're supposed to pay $80. We're paying like $120 or something. I don't know what's going on. So she calls them. The guy's like, hey, you can pay the same amount and get a higher internet speed or whatever, upload and download, if you do blah, 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 blah. So she's on the little chat like, you mean to tell me that if we change to this, our bill is only going to be $80, but we're going to have better speed? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, okay. So she takes a screenshot of that, right? Which I had to email to her today, okay? I emailed her the screenshot because she was like, send me that screenshot because I'm about to go ham on this guy, on this customer service representative, okay? So I send her the screenshot and it says, okay, yeah, it's going to be $80. You can trust me, fam. I got your back. And she's like, okay. So now our bill was $100 the last time, and then now it's like $240-something. I don't know why we have one room HD STB, which is one room HD set-top box, okay, billed at $64. We've had it. We've had that same set-top box. Why is there an additional bill? Gateway router rental, $11. We've also had the router. Why is that on the bill? Rent HD set-top box. Now this is confusing. If I'm renting the HD set-top box and there's a monthly charge on there, why is it also billed to me? Does that make sense? When you go and get a phone, you are billed the rent of the phone. It's not your phone unless you want to pay $500 or however many dollars for the entirety of the phone, okay? The rent, the monthly rent is billed on there. That's why when you go get a phone service set up and you get a new phone, you're not charged thousands of dollars because you pay rent on the phone, okay? So you end up paying something like $80 to $100 for something that would normally be like $700 altogether with the services and the phone and the case and all the accessories and everything like that, okay? So, to my knowledge, that's how that's supposed to work. But apparently, we have multiple one-room HD set-top boxes, and they set it up every month. They've come here and set it up every month, apparently, according to this bill right here on my phone. Let's see. HBO and Showtime are removed because, actually, you know what? They're added, and then they're removed, and then they're added again, which is weird because the whole thing was, we never use HBO or Showtime, we want a lower bill, and we want to only use the internet, but you can't only use the internet because no one offers only internet unless it's like McDonald's Wi-Fi, and that's not gonna work because I have a YouTube channel and I stream all the time, okay? We need to connect a bunch of different devices to the internet because my wife has to do work at home, and then I'm gonna be streaming and like playing little video games on my channel or whatever, okay? So we need good internet. So she's like, what can we do to get good internet? And the guy tells her whatever that's in the chat that I'm sure she's gonna go ham on the customer service representative. Yeah, so it goes down to, where's the charge? Let's see, Fios Internet, 50/50 on 11/23/12, okay? That's charge 0. I don't understand why that's on there. And then Fios 75/75 on 11/22. Meaning the day before we had 50/50, they switched it to 75/75, which doesn't make sense because both are billed on there. Partial month charges and credits, $80. Where are you getting these $80? Fios TV Local, additional $12? So you're taking away channels, but somehow you're finding out a way to add more money by, okay, well, you want local TV and not, you know, all the cable channels, right? Well, we're going to have to add on. We've always had the local channels. In fact, we have less services and we're paying almost double. How are we, more than double? We're supposed to be paying $80. How are we paying $240 something dollars? Does this make sense to anyone? Wiley? Does this make sense to you? Wiley, come here. Does this make sense to you? No? Okay. I freaked my dog out. So, I don't understand. Fios TV discount for 24 months, $11, but somehow there's a way to add $11 here and there everywhere? Does that even make sense? Does that make sense to anyone? Okay, so the last time the guy came over here, okay, I didn't record a video or didn't do anything because I was literally waiting around for the Fios guy. And I'm not going to start recording because my wife was like, he's going to be around there anytime today, okay? So you can't record, you can't do anything because I need you to answer the door because he's just going to leave, okay? So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to upload a video or anything today. I'm just going to sit around and wait for the Fios guy, okay? This is like the last time, obviously sometime last month when we switched to 75/75, which isn't even noticeably different from what we had before. We had 50/50, really? And now we have 75/75? Whatever that means, because when the guy shows up, number one, I kid you not, I'm not exaggerating, I am not emotionally blowing things out of proportion. The guy shows up and he's like, all right, what are we doing today? And I said, I don't know. What do you mean? Like, I have no idea. He's like, you don't know? Like, I was joking with him. I'm like, I don't know why you're here. I really don't. All we did was change our service from 50/50 to 75. I don't even know why you're here, dude. Okay? Why? I don't know why. Prior to that, I was outside with my dog on the porch getting some stuff from outside, like stuff from the little storage thing, and the Fios guy is there in the van, sitting there in the van. So you know what I do? I get some coffee, and I'm watching YouTube videos, and I sit out on the porch, and he sat out there for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours outside until he finally walks in, knocks on the door, and is like, what am I doing here? I don't know, bro. Did no one tell you? There wasn't a memo or an email for you to be like, hey, this is what we need to do. So where's your set-top box? Or where's your router? Or where's your Fios box with the red Ethernet light? Illuminati confirmed, okay? Why? Seriously? Why did you come here? You obviously knew to come to my location. Were you given no other information? Okay? So then the guy sits down on the couch and he's like, haha, gotta make a few phone calls just to see what we're working with here. He had no idea what he was doing there, okay? So he basically got the summary of the services that we have, and he was like, so you guys are changing services or whatever? And I'm like, no, my wife wanted to remove HBO and Showtime, and then the guy said that we were getting faster internet speed or whatever, so he's like, okay, doesn't touch the router, doesn't touch the set-top box, doesn't come into the office and touch the little red Ethernet Illuminati light, okay? He doesn't do anything. He's on the phone for, I kid you not, an hour. He's on the phone for an hour. So I'm like awkwardly in the kitchen watching some Filthy Frank videos, ha ha ha, trying to keep the volume down so he can't hear me while we're both awkwardly sitting there. And he's not saying anything. He's just on the phone. He's like, okay, okay, yeah, alright, got it. And then he gets off the phone, pulls up a little app on his phone just to check my little Wi-Fi connection or whatever, okay? Hacks into the mainframe on his little phone, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you were getting 8460 something, and now you'll be getting 84 85 whatever. Let me check if my calculations are correct, okay? And I'm like, you literally just sat on the phone and all you had to do was pull up a little app to show me. I can do that on my computer. I can do that right now and pull up go-to-speedtest.com and look at my internet speed and tell you what it is, you idiot. Why did you come all the way out here? As an employee, would you not call Frontier and be like, hey, what am I doing out here? Because I'm kind of on the clock. No, all you care about is money, and you're trying to run out the clock because it's the middle of the day. It's like 4 o'clock at this point. I haven't uploaded a video. Screw my YouTube channel, right? All you care about is sitting in your van on your phone playing Flappy Bird or Candy Crush until someone's like, hey, go up to the apartment now. You've been there for 2 hours. Oh, okay, I'll go up there. Are you going to tell me what I'm supposed to do there? No. Just go up there and ask him. He'll know. Are you serious? Are you serious? So there's no change to the router. He didn't reset the router. He didn't do anything. He literally did nothing except talk on the phone. He's like, okay, that should do it. Blah, 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 blah. So fast forward to last week when we get a package in the mail that is a freaking set-top box. What am I going to do with the set-top box? Not a set-top box. Sorry. Router. What am I going to do with that extra router? Why do I have an extra router? Is this what you're billing me for? Why did you send me an extra router? Do you even know what you did? Apparently not, because the guy who showed up didn't even know what he was doing there. Did he not communicate to you? Yeah, I didn't need to do anything. I don't know why you sent me out there. Yeah, their service was actually pretty good. And then we probably actually made their internet worse, but we're charging them more somehow. Anyway, I set up a set-top box and I added on, let's see, what else did I add on? I activated their set-top box. I changed their internet speed. I set up one room, hard drive, STB, gateway, router, rental, HBO, Showtime. Yeah, and I did that twice, so make sure to bill them twice for that. Are you serious? So now my wife, who is at work, obviously I'm not, because I was supposed to go over to my friend David's house to get a camera because I'm going to start filming weddings, hopefully, and make some sort of supplemental income from filming weddings and stuff like that with my friend Brittany. So I could be over there doing that right now, but I'm not. I'm here at home on my little crappy laptop, which I should probably throw away because anyway. So I'm over here trying to send my wife the screenshot of the chat conversation that she had with the Frontier guy, and I'm on the phone with Frontier, and it's playing the hold music, and I can't log into my account because I don't know why, and I have everything saved in my phone, so I should be able to press sign in, and I can't, and then it pops up, oh, fill out the customer satisfaction survey. Really? Do you really want me to fill out your customer satisfaction survey? Because you can pull up Frontier Communications Internet on YouTube or Google and see that no one's customer satisfaction surveys are good. Do you really want me to fill it out? Do you really want me to fill it out? Anyway, I have to end this video because I have to go over to David's house right now to check out what type of camera I'm supposed to get and a tripod and everything like that. My wife is at work on chat and then dealing with patients and doing all this stuff, and she doesn't need the stress of having to figure out why our bill is over half what it's supposed to be, when all this time we had perfectly fine internet. It was perfectly fine. It is not even noticeably different from before we got 75 and remove HBO and Showtime. The reason we didn't want all those extra services is because we didn't want to pay for those extra services. Our bill should be less, even if our speed is higher, which it's not. I can tell you right now that it is not. It's not noticeably different. It's not noticeably faster when I stream on my channel or I record anything that I'm streaming to my computer over Wi-Fi or whatever. None of that is faster. It's all exactly the same. In fact, it might even be worse because it takes almost significantly longer for me to upload YouTube videos than it did when we had our McDonald's Wi-Fi. So what is the deal, Frontier? What is the deal? Give me the name of the guy that came to my house, okay? I'll send you my information. Give me the name of the guy that came to my house and I'll ask him, because apparently he knows more about the situation than you guys do. Either that or you're not. There's some sort of communication mishap at the Frontier customer service with the service tech guy, and he's coming in my house and he's filling up my Ethernet ports with silicone gel. Anyway, that's it.